Do I look attractive? No. So, next door are carrying it on. Yesterday, there was a few little incidences, and this is to do with, like, her next door. And today, I was like, didn't get up till late, didn't go to bed till like 5:30, 6 in the morning. Woke up about 12:15, super tired, don't feel well. And heard children playing outside, but it's half term, didn't really think anything of it. It was really loud. I thought there was like 5, 6 children outside. Came downstairs and I was in the kitchen, and her from next door was playing Kirby behind my car, which she did on yesterday, and she's never done it in the 3 years that I've lived here. And then they disappeared inside, and about 5 minutes later, her son and a little girl was running up and down making a lot of noise, and it basically sounded like there was loads of children out there. But I've noticed with him, when he's out there, it does sound like there's several children, and it's mainly him and one other, because he's very, very loud. I think he potentially has learning difficulties or ADHD or something like that. And there was lots of noise and they're messing around and stuff, and I just went and sat in the living room, and I kept getting alerts on my phone for the camera, and I thought it's just them running up and down. They were making a lot of noise. I thought there were other children playing with them because of the noise that was going on. My head's killing me. And God, I'm so tired. I eventually looked at my phone because the noise was getting louder and louder. It sounded like they were literally stood by my front door. So I had a look, and they were in my garden picking up, there's loads of little stones out there that actually need sorting out because the lining underneath showing and the grass is growing through, so the linings basically needs replacing and the stones need putting back down. And they were picking these stones up, and they walked down my path and they threw them at my car and then ran off. Then they came back and picked the stones up and ran off with the stones. So I thought, oh, they're going to throw them from another angle. So I'm just there like, oh, I can't deal with this. And sat there for a little while, and I weren't watching. I thought, I'm not watching because I don't want to watch what they're doing. And then I heard them run down my path and try to get in my front door. So I played it back, and it was them too, because I thought it's a bit strange that they're trying to get in the house. I thought, who's trying to get in my house? Is it my dad? Has my dad come home? And I watched it and I listened to it because it records sound, and they ran down the path. And he said to her, they said, we'll ring the police if this carries on. And then she said, I'm not playing. And then she tried to get in the front door. And then he's like, what are you doing? And then they ran off and went in the house. So I went and got the door keys and went out and shouted, if this carries on, I'll phone the police. I'm not putting up with this. And I shouted, I'm talking to you, Helen, at number 39. This has to stop. And I came back in and I text my dad. I'm like, this can't carry on. It's stressing me out. I don't need this. They're carrying it on. It happened the other night. I don't know if I've mentioned in the last vlog, but there's this big fat guy who goes next door every now and then. And he normally dumps his car behind my car. And he didn't do. And I was in the kitchen. And if I'm repeating myself from the last vlog, because obviously, you know, this is the week later, then I'll still keep it in because you might not watch the last vlog. It was when I was in the kitchen Friday night, it's like 10:30, and I'm putting the shopping away, and I'm stood looking out the window, can't remember why, and then he slowly walked past, staring in the window, and went like that to me. And I just looked down. I think I was maybe even filming for this channel, or about to film for this channel, and I watched the video back. I've saved that clip of him doing that, and my dad was like, you can tell what he's up to, because normally if you walk past someone's house and the lights are on, you'll have a quick look and then you won't carry on looking. But he was like, the whole time, he said, it's obvious, you know, he's trying to intimidate you. And I said, I did feel a little bit scared, to be honest. He's a big bloke. And then obviously what's happened today, so my dad came home, he said, I'm going to go and speak to her, because I said, this can't carry on, I'm going to phone the police. I can't cope with this. You know, I know he's only about 6 or 7, but the parents are responsible for the children's behaviour, so she can get done for this. And the fact that he'd said that I'd said I was going to phone the police if it carries on, she's obviously told him that, because I never said that to him. I actually said it to my dad, and she heard me saying it. So my dad went and knocked on next door, and she didn't answer because she knows it's him, which is typical. And I was like, yeah, that's right, don't answer the door, Helen, because she's called Helen. Because I went out back and I was stood there with my dad, and she was there, you could see her, and I was like, yeah, that's right, Helen, don't answer the door. So then my dad left and he's gone. I've just spoken to him and he's like, has anything else happened? I went, no, he's not come out since, and she's not been out. And he said he's going to go and knock on when the husband comes on, because he'll definitely answer the door. At the end of the day, they're carrying it on and they're getting other people involved, and they're trying to intimidate me. Like, that big bloke, it did scare me the other night when he was staring at me. I was just thankful I went outside. But what the worrying thing about today is, if my front door hadn't been open, my dog would have run out and run past them and potentially pushed them over, because she's a big dog. So running past them, they might have ended up being pushed over. You know, you can't go and try and go in someone's house. I don't know what they were playing at, but, you know, obviously he's heard his mum talking and his dad. And children don't just do things without knowing information. Obviously, you know, she's potentially put him up to this, because I remember yesterday when he was playing, or Saturday, and the ball went, when she stopped playing Kirby, she went and played football down a drive, and he stood at the drive opposite, and he kicked it at my car, and it hit my car and went underneath, and he went, I'm not going to get that. So she ran and got it, and when she was running past the kitchen window, because I was stood in there, I think it was when I was going to paint, she went and ran, and I'm like, do you know what? It's really pathetic. It's childish. I was just like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just stood in my kitchen, but she's never once played Kirby behind my car, and she's never once played football outside. So my dad's going to go and speak to him, but this can't carry on. It's stressing me out. You know, I'm here all the time because of how I feel, and getting that new camera up has helped with my anxiety, believe it or not. I've not talked about it yet. It's helped me a lot, just because I'm able to look and see who's there straight away. Because obviously, I mean, we know who was banging on the door. We do have footage of that person knocking on the door, and we know who it is, and we're keeping that under our hats. And, you know, it's someone who shouldn't have been knocking on my door. I do feel better for having that camera. It's helped me a lot, with my anxiety at least. Oh God, my head's hurting and I'm super tired. I've only had a coffee, so it's like 4:20 I was meant to have a bath today, because I don't have time Wednesday. I was meant to do a couple of videos today, and I'm meant to be sorting the house out. And she's just stressed the hell out of me, to be honest. So I've had enough. And they're obviously talking about me, because now, like, they're getting guests coming and they're like sticking their fingers up and making comments. And now I'm like scared to go out my house if any of them are outside. That's not fair. Like, all I did was stand up for myself the other week. Didn't say much. They went mental at me, and I did stand up for myself. Like, and it recorded on my camera. My dad watched it back and he could hear everything that was being said, and they went ballistic at me first. So I just stood up for myself, and actually, like, I didn't really say much. It was them going mental at me, telling me not to park outside my own house. So there's that going on. So I did want to have a bath and I wanted to relax, but, you know, I should have been out the bath and in the shower ages ago. So I'm just going to get a cold drink, and I'm going to get in the shower and wash my hair in there. I'm going to have to shave in the shower. I don't get as good a shave in the shower. Like, I like to have a bath a week and do a really good shave. That sounds so wrong, doesn't it? And then like top up shaves in the week in the shower, but I'm gonna have to do a half-hearted shave in the shower. It's not gonna be as good, but then I'm gonna get out, and whilst my hair, like, I like it to dry 60-70% naturally, whilst it's doing that, I'm gonna just try and get on with stuff. I'm tired, but I've got so much to do, and I need to film tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video was going to be one thing, because, you know, it was, and now it's going to be a different thing. but I'm trying my hardest to get a video up. If one doesn't go up, it's because I'm stressed to hell after what happened. I don't need this, and I didn't want to start my video looking like a toenail. But welcome to reality. See, there's me trying to get better, and the camera's helped with my anxiety a lot. More than I realised it would. Like, my anxiety's been quite good when I've been at home. And I've been spending a lot of time in the home because of how I'm feeling. And now they're making me not want to be in my house, which is unfair. So if my dad speaks to them and it carries on, I'm going to get my solicitor to potentially write them a letter. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to ring the police. That's just personal preference. So I'm going to try and chill out. I just had to have 2 codeine as well about half an hour ago. I had painkillers and everything when I first got up because I'm not feeling great. And then I had to have codeine. I've not had codeine for days. I'm on a box a week, but I'm really far ahead with my codeine. So I might, when she does my next lot of prescriptions, say, can you miss it off one of them? Because I do have some. I have more than enough at the moment. So when I see her next, I'm going to ask for the following 3 prescriptions, and I'm going to say, can you miss codeine off one of them? And I know that's been really awkward and difficult, but I am slightly ahead on I'm quite ahead on my codeine because there's days when I don't have it. Like, I didn't have any except for once last week. Wednesday on was when I was sick, so there was 4 days when I didn't have any. So that's 8, 16, 24... I think I'm a box worth ahead. So I'm going to get, when I get my next lot, because I get a week of time, I'm going to say, can you skip it on one of them? And I'm like, I know that's really... Or ask her to cross it off one. That's probably best. When she prints them off, just say, can you cross it off one of them? Anyway, I filmed fuller than I wanted. I'm going to get a nice big cold drink. I'm going to go and get in the shower. Have a shave in the shower. I don't like shaving properly in the shower. But it's got to be done. I was looking forward to her using that bath melt, and now I can't. Thanks, Helen's little brat of a son. He's noisy. And I've got the video clips, and I did think, should I put them in here? But I don't really want to put children in these videos. So I won't be putting them in. So the lighting isn't fabulous in here, because I've just got the main light on. Normally if I film anything in here, I put my professional lights on, but I just honestly cannot be bothered right now. So I made an order from Queen of Tarts last week, even though I'm on a ban from wax melts for February. It would appear I can't stick to it. I ordered these, which is Midnight Fantasy, which is a Britney Spears perfume in a purple bottle, and I know that because I've been using it for about 6-7 years, and I've got some somewhere, but I think it's about to run out. But it's really nice. It's like a dark black curranty scent, and I really like it, surprisingly. Then the second, I got Creed Female. In December, they actually sent me a sample of the Creed Man, and I burnt it for a good 12-15 hours, but I wasn't sure about it, and it is an aftershave. So when I saw they did this one, I mean, come on, I got it, and it's kind of similar but a lighter scent, and it smells nice. And look at that, that's got like a frost and a glitter on. And they did send me a third one, which is actually in my bedroom, and I'm going to burn it. And I was opening the packet, and all I could smell was Black Opium by YSL, which confused me. And the reason I knew it was Black Opium is because it's my second favourite perfume. I've currently got 2 bottles of it. One's quite low, one I got for Christmas. And I was like, oh, I can smell Black Opium. I haven't ordered Black Opium. I didn't know they did Black Opium. And it was a sample, and it was a heart, and it's purple, and it's got glitter on, and it looks amazing. I'm going to try and remember when I go up to show you, because I'm going to burn it. And it was such a lovely surprise, and I was like, I need to get some. I don't know if they sell them, but I hope they do, because I want some. They're meant to be on a ban. I'm not burning things as much as I should be, so I need to start burning them. Also, this is my boot soda. I ordered from Boots on Saturday. You have to spend £10 now to get... Oh, that didn't come with Boots. It was those... Is there something missing? No. You have to spend £10 now to get it delivered to store. Probably because people like me were buying things for like £4 and getting them delivered. So last month I did a £21 order. Don't know if I showed it. And I got £4 worth of points. Because obviously I have an Advantage card, but I always forget to look what the offers are. So I've probably missed out on hundreds and hundreds of points over the years because I always forget. So last month I used the voucher and got £4 worth of points plus 80 something for the items I bought. And then I was buying stuff and I thought, oh, I've spent like £15. I wonder if there's like any vouchers or anything. And I went on, and it looks like you get one a month, because it was started something on the 15th of Feb till the 15th of March or something, or the 14th. If you spend £20, you get £4 worth of extra points. So I was like, alright, I might as well take it up to 20. I think it was like £20.88 or something. So the reason I went on is because my favourite conditioner ran out last week or the week before, and I've been using other ones. But I don't actually have that many conditioners considering the amount of shampoos I've got. This, I have drawn on my hand, it's not scratches, it's literally that, which I'll show you in a minute. This smells amazing and I like what it does to my hair. They do the shampoo and stuff, which I've had before, and they do a treatment, and they're all down to £5, but I don't really have any money. I keep spending too much money. I'm broke, like, so I couldn't buy the shampoo because I did consider getting the shampoo just to have something different for a change. But this smells amazing. My hair smells amazing afterwards and feels amazing. That's standard. I've got 2 on the go, but they're super low. There's nothing worse than running out and you're halfway through a leg or something. The name puts me off. Fengel. Reminds me of Femme Fresh or something. But I first smelt this in Morrison's years and years ago, and I'd spray it and it was like £4. Like, you just spray it in the shop when you're not meant to. You know, like when you're a child and you just spray it. And then a few Christmases ago, my mum got me the spray and the foaming shower mousse. The foaming shower mousse was nice, but it didn't smell as good because I don't think you could replicate the smell that well. But Fengel's really hard to get. Like, none of the supermarkets I go in sell it. She said she got it from a chemist in where she lives, because she lives about 15 miles away. And you know, I do have a little bit of the spray left. I can't remember where it is. And I was like, I really like this. It's really nice. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. It's one of those you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it scents. And it had a third off, so it was down to like £2.24 or whatever it was. But all the range was on offer. But I couldn't really get more than what I've got because I have bought other stuff this weekend. And the main reason I went on Boots, other than that, was because Max Factor had 40% off all the products. And for a little while I've wanted to do a face full of Max Factor. You know, when, if you watched any of my videos before, I did a face full of NYX makeup and a face full of Sleek. And I was only a few products short of doing a face full of Max Factor because I have the foundation, I have the powder, I have a bronzer, which I've not really used. I might do my makeup tonight and try it. It's got glitter in it, that's why I avoid it. I've got blushes. I've got a lip product because I nearly bought one. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've got one, and I found it and I do. And I have mascara. I hope I still got it because the offer's off now and I'd have to pay full price. And I just needed a brow pencil. I'm pretty sure I've got an eyeliner, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to do an eyeline. Look, if I don't. So I basically have the full face. I don't have concealer. And there weren't anything that impressive reading the reviews. So I'm just going to use my normal concealer because on the other facefuls of, I've used my normal concealer in both of them. So I've now got a face full of Max Factor makeup, and I wanted to film it Wednesday, but Wednesday is totally out of the question. Friday's Food Shop Friday and I don't want to mess around. So I'm not going to be able to do it next Monday. So it's potentially going to be Wednesday next week if I get round to it. So the week you're watching this, Hopefully I did it the day before this video goes live. If not, it'll come at some point. So, as you can see, it's full of glitter. Max Factor have an eyeshadow palette that I've wanted for ages, and it's $15.99, and it was reduced down to $8.99 or something. And I was like, I've wanted this palette for a long time, but it's like £9 still, which is still cheaper than $15.99 or $14.99, whatever it is. But I was like, I've got a lot of eyeshadow palettes, you know, what as if I don't like it? And then I spotted this one. They had another shade variation of it, but it was out of stock. And because I use golds and bronzes, this was literally, it had me written all over it. If you watch my videos, you'll know. It's the Smoky Eye Drama Kit in Sumptuous Gold, so it's glittery. I do like shimmery ones. Matte ones age me, so. And apparently the one on the right, this one here, is a brow powder, or you can use it as an eyeshadow. If I had dark hair, I would definitely try it on my brows, but I don't. So I'm looking forward to trying that. And then I needed an eye pencil. I actually need to get a new eye pencil because the one I'm using is going to run out very soon. That's what I've drawn on my hand. As you can see, it doesn't work very well, so I'm glad it was on offer. It was still like $4 something on offer, $4.79 or something. So I got them, and then this is my favourite mascara. I got this from Amazon because it was reduced down to $7 something, and it's normally $9.99. The last one I got from Amazon as well, and I've been using it for a couple of months now, or since January. So it's going to run out at some point, so I've got my backup ready because it is my favourite. Well, it's one of them. I've always loved Benefit the Real, but I've not had that for a long time. And I like Benefit Bad Girl Bang, and I really want to get some of that, to be honest. At the moment on ASOS you can get a full size and a mini for £22, and I really adore it, so I'm considering treating myself to it. And something else arrived that I bought yesterday from ASOS, which I'll show you when I go up to my room. Also at weekend, even though, do you know what, I shouldn't be spending this money, and I know it's not a lot of money, but I am literally broke. I also bought 2 air fresheners. If you watched my last vlog, you would have seen I showed you, I think they're called the Floor Fragrance Company or whatever they're called. And I've already got a pomegranate noir one. I don't think I showed it. I showed you the powders. And then, I think it was last Tuesday, I ordered 2 more because they had the offer £5 each. So I bought 2 because they're normally £8. So I bought 2. I bought La VS Belle and another pomegranate noir. And then I went on yesterday or Saturday, yesterday, because she put the offer back on again, and I bought another pomegranate noir, and the second one I bought was, God, what did I buy? Basil Lime and Mandarin by Jo Malone. Never even tried that, not even tried any of the wax melts or anything, so I may not like it, but she said she weren't repeating the offer for a long time, and they are really good. I know I've only had one, and she gave me a sample, but the spray's not working on it anymore. I'm going to see if I can fix that. So yeah, I got them. Did I buy anything else? No. So I've spent way too much money. So I was meant to go to the shop today. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera on myself. So there is going to be a filter on because, wow. So hours ago I said I was going to go and get in the shower, but it kind of escalated again next door. I went upstairs with my new wax melt. That's why it's not here. I will show you when I go upstairs. I'm going to put it in, going to get in the shower and sort some more stuff out because I've got so much to do before Wednesday. I'm trying to sort my house out before Wednesday, basically. I'll give myself a deadline. And I've got nothing done today. I don't feel well, full of a temperature. It's cooled down a little bit because I've had another drink. All I've had today is a toasted tea cake. I'm hungry. It's like 7 o'clock. Not filmed tomorrow's video, so I'm hoping to film that. I'm gonna have a shower, you know, wash my hair, get dressed, whatever. get a quick snack, and then I'm going to try and film it before my dad comes home. Look out, my eye is so bloodshot. I don't know if it's going to pick it up because I will have a filter on, but I'm struggling. So I was upstairs and I got a notification on my phone to say, you know, something's going on outside. So I clicked on it and it wouldn't show it. So I just clicked on the camera view and put sound on, and the man next door was talking to another man and they were talking about me. And the man, someone had gone and said that he'd heard me shouting, and he said, "What did she say?" And he said, "I'm not too sure what she said." And he said something, I'm not going to repeat it on here because I know who watches these. And I was like, I did not say that. I just said I'm going to phone the police if this carries on. She shouted her first name and shouted what house number she lives at and came in, which my camera actually picked up. It picked it up, everything that I said. And he said next door, "Would you be willing to tell the police that?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, I didn't actually say that. The clip has been played to my dad, and he did offer to play it because to next door, because I contacted my dad. I'm like, he's talking outside. I said at first I thought it was the police because I just heard men talking, and because they were talking about me, I thought they'd rung the police. And I'm like, I don't understand why they've rung the police because they're the ones that are doing this. I barely leave the house. I don't need this stress. And I'm like, can you come home and speak to him? And he came home and he went and spoke to him, and he basically was like, you know, your son was doing this today and we've got it on video, we've saved it, and, you know, this has been going on. We don't want any hassle. We don't want to fall out with you. Obviously, my daughter isn't going to be best friends with your wife, but, you know, enough's enough. All she's trying to do is park outside her house. She's parked here for 3 years, but also it's for her own safety because she has been advised to park there as well because what's gone on. And my dad said to him, you know, you must have seen the police here a lot in the past. You know, stuff has happened and, you know, things have happened to my daughter, and, you know, to feel safe, she likes to park there. And he said, oh, there's no problem. He said, obviously I have noticed the police were here a lot. And then he explained that it isn't his son, it's his stepson. And they believe he has learning difficulties, he's only 7. Well, I've been saying to my dad, I think he's 7 and I think he's got learning difficulties because of how loud he is and how he acts sometimes. You know, it's not his fault. I'm not having a go because people do have difficulties, they have learning difficulties or mental illnesses. It's not your fault. And it used to be such a taboo subject. Like years ago, I wouldn't have told anyone I had depression. And I've had it for years on and off. Like, I've always been depressed, but, you know, you get where you can just get through life and you're fine. And then other times you're not fine. And now I talk about it. I don't go into too much detail anymore for my own sake because people don't need to know and it affects me talking about it. But I knew there was something wrong with him just from the way he behaves and how loud he is. Like, I always say, like, sometimes it sounds like there's 5-6 children outside and it's just him and sometimes one other. So he said, you know, if he does anything, please come and tell us. But he's never really done anything before. He's just been really loud. But he was running in the garden, stealing stones, threw them at my car, then came and picked them up. So he must have gone and thrown them at something else. And then they were trying to get in the house. And I said to my dad, obviously, we've got Cleo. Cleo would have just run past them and potentially knocked them over. And then that would have caused a whole hell of problems. Obviously, it's on camera, so it just shows they've opened the door. But luckily, I keep it locked at all times. But I was like, what if I was about to go out and I'd unlocked it? That dog would have gone flying out. Because when I went out and shouted, I'm going to phone the police, she actually did try and get out. So he was like, yeah, we don't want any problem. And my dad's like, can we just leave it here and just get on with things? Because, you know, people coming here to his house, they're doing things and it's not really fair. And he's like, yeah, we'll put an end to it. And they shook hands and stuff. And he's called Paul. I actually forgot his name because I actually met him when I first moved in. And he used to talk to me, and then she started to give me these looks. And I'm like... So that's basically what's happened. But my dad, like, was saying, you know, he's watched the videos himself. And he did offer to show them to him. And he's like, you know, I've heard everything that's been said. And obviously there was an argument the other night about parking. And he's like, you know, your wife's friend or whoever she is, she went mental at Melanie before Melanie said anything. And Melanie, He said, I'm not defending her because I'm a dad. If she'd done wrong, I'd come and say she's done wrong. He said, but she literally just defended herself and tried to explain why she parked there, and she just got abuse, and so she just stood up for herself. And apparently he said, you know, enough's enough. He was going to go and speak to her, and my dad said that she like stood in the background and he could see her. And then when my dad left, because obviously he's gone back to work, she was stood at the door on the phone. And I was like, does she not realise I can just press onto the camera and listen to what she's saying? I didn't, because I thought if she's like slagging me off, I'm not going to be happy. It's going to stress me out. So I've been stressed out all day since I came downstairs about 2:30. I'm getting alarm notifications, which is fantastic. I've not had my shower, not washed my hair, not done anything. It's like, am I going to get filmed my video? It's not going to be my priority, I'll be honest, because I want to sort the house out. I've been trying to sort the house out for weeks. I was severely ill last week, otherwise it'd probably be sorted now. I want to get it finished. I want to finish my DIY project, which was meant to happen today, and it's going to be tomorrow now, but it's going to be finished. Watch me get really ill, or it carry on next door, or someone has to phone the police. But when I heard another neighbour willing to say something that weren't true, I was like, my camera picks everything up. Like, if I had gone out there, like, it picked up what I said. My dad watched what I said. Like, he's like, you've actually just said I'm going to ring the police if this carries on, and shouted her first name and her house number. So, and I feel super nauseous. But I'm going to go. I'll try and film my wax melt before I put it in my burner, and I'm going to get washed. So, this is the top I've got. It looks absolutely massive. It's probably not. Probably will be tight on me. I don't know. I don't know if it's long enough yet. Oh God, looking at the stripes through the camera is bloody doing my eyes in. I'm trying to not look at the camera. But it's like 3/4 sleeves or something. It's new look. It's my size. I tried to get a couple of stripy tops last year. I don't know if you'll remember, but I did, and I didn't wear either of them once. I put one on once, and I was like, oh God, no. And then I put the other one on, and I was like, God, no. So I think they're in the charity bag that I need to get to the charity shop. So I'm trying again, because I saw this, and I was like, I really like it. But stripes are hard to wear. So that is the top that I got. I was going to put it on, but I don't know if it's even worth getting dressed today. I've not even got in the shower. It's 7:10 or something, but that's what I got. And then here is the gorgeous wax melt that I'm going to put in. How beautiful is that? Can you see it's like a black frosty glitter. Black opium. And just to prove, this is my second favourite perfume. It's here. So this is the bottle my dad got me for my birthday 2 birthdays ago. And love it. Do you know what? I put this on when I want confidence, or like I'm going to somewhere that I'm like, oh, I need a bit of confidence. For some reason, this is what I whack on. I do use it other times, but it's super low. Like, it's got like a bit in the bottom. That's a 50ml bottle. And then at Christmas, this is what my mum got me. She got me this and gave me £20, so I did well. That's because she couldn't be bothered going to shop, and even my dad ordered this online. So she didn't even wrap it either, so there you go. It's funny how different the bottle sizes are, like, see that? And then my favourite perfume is this. This is actually run out, but this is what my dad got me for Christmas. Obviously, I asked my dad for the more expensive one because it's like 70 something pounds, 79. Whereas the black opium was 40 something, and it came with a body lotion, but then it had 15% off, so it was like, I don't know what it was, 36? Or was it 40 something with the discount? Anyway, so I knew she wouldn't buy me this one. And this is the perfume. That one's actually the toilet spray, which actually surprised me because I thought it was the perfume. I don't know if it's going to pick that up, but it smells as good. I also have Pure Poison. You can see how much of that's left in it. I think this is the second bottle I've had of it, and this is, smells like vodka. It's got a vodka-y scent to it. But yeah, these are all I've got left really. I have some like cheaper ones scattered around. There's some cheap ones here as well. I don't know how to show you all this, but this is Lady Gaga's first ever perfume. I do have a smaller bottle of this somewhere. I need to track it down. I used to wear this all the time. I got this when it came out, and it came out 6 years ago. So I think it's about time I finished it. But do you know what I love about this? Oh god, I'm like meant to be in the shower. I feel like it's going to be another long vlog week. Does that. And it's a black perfume as well. It was like the first ever black perfume. I did have the unisex one that she did, but I didn't like it. I tend to buy this every other year. So I didn't get it last year, but I got it the year before. I love it at first, and then I wear it a lot for about 3 months, and then I go off it. So every now and then I will dip back into this, but potentially it's the year that I'm due to get it again, so we'll see. Oh, this is the body lotion. I think it's got like a shimmer to it. Ooh, didn't know that was glittery. That's so pretty. This is a fragrance mist. I don't think they do it anymore, but I love it, and I like to mix it with Gold by Next, and this is seasonal as well, and I didn't get one last year. Or is this the one I got last year? Still quite full, can you see it? Probably got a third left, but they don't do it all year round, so if I want to get one, I need to get one soon. This is a very, very old one, and when you spray it, it smells. Some people were like, can you smell burning? And it's this. I've been keeping hold of that last spray for so long. This I adore, and they don't make it anymore. I initially got a bottle of it 3 or 4 Christmases ago. This is actually my initial bottle. This is the first bottle I got. And I loved it, but it was one of those that I didn't want to wear all the time. It wasn't a favourite. And then last year I bought this big one because someone had some on eBay. It was the proper one. They sell a lot of discontinued stuff, and now I can't find it, and it's low, so I try not to use it often. This is quite strong, but not too strong, and it's very different to anything I've got. I think it's one that we can see if there's some in it. I'm trying to look. Yeah, there's probably about that much left in. And I don't wear it that often. Is that it? I think that's it. And of course I've got that. I don't want to open it because I know I'll fly through it because it's the perfume and it's not the toilette. I have, for Christmas I got one by Next called Sparkle, which I don't love. I sprayed it once, I was like, oh god. And I've also got a berry one from Next for Christmas. I also have like a small bottle of Dream by Ghost. You can tell when I'm stressed out because I do stuff like showing loads of stuff. So this is almost empty. Oh, do you know what I did get at Christmas? I need to find it. I'll show you the other. I'll show you the other version I've got of it. So this is all that's left, but it was quite a big size. I got it last year. This is a favourite, but it's run out, and I don't know what. I think I'm keeping it to remind myself of what another one. Every now and then, Superdrug do 2 for £30, or the between 24 and 30 each. And I keep meaning to do it, but I've not had £30 when it's available. Look, there's a bit left. This is really nice. I've got a small version of this that I got for Christmas in a little gift set, and it has a moon-shaped keyring with it. So I do have a little backup of that. I've never really liked this, and I kept spraying it open to like it, and the reason I keep it is now and then I'll just spray it in my room. Do you know, like a room fragrance scent thing? I don't know. This I love. I've had this a little while. I used my Boots points to get this a couple of years ago. It was on offer as well. It had £10 off. It had £10 off. But I always forget I have it, but there's not much left in it, and it does stand up. I got this in my Marks and Spencer's box last year, and for me to actually finish a perfume speaks volumes. It's absolutely empty, and I used that really fast. So I definitely want to get one of them. It's not even that expensive, it's like £12.50 or something. And I feel really ill. This is nice, I didn't use that. I've found these the other day. I was like tidying this up. I don't know if I did it on a video. I might have been filming myself at the time. And I didn't really get to try this properly. And I didn't give this a good go. And this is, I wasn't keen on it. And I've got, I feel really sick. Honestly feel super nauseous. Probably don't help that I've barely eaten today. So yeah, that's like my fragrance. I do have other little bits of fragrance around the house. There's something stopping my drawer from shutting. It's probably the masks. I keep putting my hand in and there's nothing touching the top when I try and shut it, so I don't understand why it gets to there every bloody time. Unless it's the drawer underneath. Because I've not eaten all day other than a fruit tea cake. I had one piece of my tempura chicken left, so I've just cooked it with some rice. It's like 3:10 in the morning, planning on being on camera. I'm just sorting the house out still. I have been sat in my room for a bit because I had to put my phone on charge again, and the battery's not even that great. I am slowly getting through the house. This is 2 big bags of rubbish. That isn't as full, but it's heavy. Recycling. House is looking better. Like, I wish I'd done before and afters. Like, I'm still obviously got stuff to do. I need to take my Christmas lights out my kitchen window, which I'm not doing at this time. And I don't really want to end up in the window tomorrow, but they need to come down. I did have decorations on here. I've just shown you the boxes, but I've just put, I mean, that's my Christmas tree, and it was dying and I watered it and it's looking a lot better. God, it's still quite dry though. I've had that 2 years. To get rid of this, I don't know. Like, I think it's just going to go to the side because I don't want it. It's a waste. That is so wasteful, isn't it? But I've literally got nowhere else to put it, do you know what I mean? Like, it'll just go to the house up. And if I put it in the garage, I'll forget about it. So it might as well just go to the tip, because that's going to the tip. Put that back up. That's literally been there for the last year. Needs cleaning, but can you see I did the painting? I want to change that at some point, but it is looking a lot better than it did. I need to sort the table out. I think there's some biscuits in there, but like, I really need to clean the table. I've got wax melts burning, and yes, I do word searches. It's a new thing. These are like Christmas decoration. I'm not binning these because that'd be wasteful. I'll just put that back in. I need to take the lights down. That's the box for my camera, but I'm not showing you my camera. But it's looking better on here. My dad had this for ages. I think he forgets it's in here. Here's Dave. Dave's a bit dirty at one end. I've still got my advent calendar. I didn't finish it, but I've been picking stuff off the floor as well. This used to be my hospital bag. I think there's stuff in it. Oh God. This is my, what is this? It's a mount of some sort. I don't think they fit me. Oh God, I'll keep that for now. There's a dog toy there. It's looking better. I've still got stuff to do, like I'm going to finish it tomorrow. I want to finish my DIY project tomorrow. I've been planning to make this for ages. It's a TV unit to replace that one. I hate the coffee table. I tidied under the coffee table as well. These are the quotes that I never ever see because I never look at them. And this is when I was like, I've got to sort myself out. The police have ruined my life, and this was like 2 months into it, and now we're 2.5 years into it, and I'm still not doing great. I'm doing worse. These are lyrics to a song, if you know what it's called. Those who do believe in magic will never, those who do not believe in magic will never find it. Then there's a really long one. She believed she could, so she did. Seek justice, love mercy, walk humbly. Do all things with kindness. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. I really like the colours of that. And then I love this. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out your face like sunbeams and you will always look lovely. So I want to move them. I never look at the walls. But it's looking better than it did. Obviously I've managed to get all this rubbish. And there was more recycling. Yesterday morning, Monday morning, because now it's Tuesday. That's already gone in the bin. So I need to finish my bedroom. I need to go back in there. I need to put some stuff away. I want to clean my shower, the shower glass, rubber small bits and pieces. This all needs vacuuming again, and I'll do the squirty mopper dreams that goes down that side now. What else needs doing? I need to finish my office space. That's a lot better than it was. It won't take long to finish. It needs a good vacuum there. I'm not doing my dad's living room. All I'll do is vac it. There's actually 2 boxes in there and I feel like it's got my stuff in it. So I'm going to go through them, and it might not be tomorrow because I've only just remembered them and it's not really a priority. I've even tidied that area up. It's normally like spread out in more places, but I feel like the radiator needs a good clean. I've just spotted these bubbles. That blue tub has got dog food in that she doesn't eat, so I feel like I should empty that one and put her normal food in it. It needs like painting in here. That's my dad who does that. I don't want to paint it though, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know if I'm going to live here for too long. Like, I've wanted to move for 2 years because of the police and them hounding me, and they've just made this place a place that I don't want to be. So I don't have too much to do, but I want to finish my DIY project, and that's the timely thing. It's going to take a while, and I want to do it tomorrow because I've got like, do you know when you've got like goals or targets or times in your head and you're like, I want to do it by then? I want everything finishing by the end of tomorrow. Do you know, everything that I plan to do? Because, you know, I've had weeks and weeks and weeks to do this, and I've been ill. I was so ill last week, and I'm only just starting to like get better, thank God. But I'm so like, this is kind of like round 1 of sorting the house out. Once it's sorted out, I'm going to just go through the rooms. I'm not going to do them one by one. I'm just, you know, when you see something, you just do little bits in each room, and then it doesn't get overwhelming. But I want to get rid of more stuff because I've got too much stuff. Like I said, in my dad's living room there's 2 boxes, and I'm pretty sure there's something to do with me. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to go through them. I know the top one's full of my stuff, and it's like, where am I going to put it? But there's loads of stuff like in the drawers in my bedroom, the bedside drawers next to the radiator. There's loads of stuff in there that I don't use. Like the other day I found my adult colouring book that I've had for about 4 years, and I've only finished 1 picture and I've started about 3 or 4 others, and I started another one. I randomly stopped on a page and started doing it, and I found the colouring pencils that I had, and I was using them. I looked in the drawer and there's like loads of random stuff, so I want to clean them out and go through everything and just get rid of stuff. Like, I got rid of makeup the other day without even thinking about it. I was just like, I'm getting rid of that and that, and I kept certain things, but I reckon I can go through it and get rid of more because it's just stuff that I don't use. Like, and I want to buy new makeup, so even though I can't really afford to get too much at the moment, I've got stuff that I've had for years that really needs to go. So I'm gonna start just getting rid of more and more stuff, because if you don't use it and you don't remember you've got it, then you don't need it. Yes, if you discover it and you're like, oh God, I like this, and you start using it properly, then yeah, keep it. So this is like kind of phase 1. I've been like sorting the house out for years. Like when I moved in, there was so much stuff everywhere, and slowly but surely I've just like, you know, like gone through it and got rid of stuff. Every now and then I'll just spend a couple of weeks just going through stuff and getting rid of more and more. I have way too much stuff. The stuff that I don't use or need or want, or stuff that needs replacing, and I just keep it for the sake of keeping it. Like the shoes upstairs that I don't wear, and shoes that are worn out. So why am I keeping them? It's probably because I can't afford to replace them, so I keep them. But I don't really need much footwear wise at the moment because of the weather, so I'm just going to get rid of the old stuff that I don't use anymore. So yeah, phase 1 is just sort it out, make it look half decent and half tidy, get rid of some crap, which as you've seen by the door, I've got rid of some stuff, give it a good vac, because everyone needs a good vac, especially my bedroom and my office space. And I know you've not got the best view, but to be honest, you don't need to see my face because literally I've got no makeup on, my hair's scraped back. I did have my shower, I don't know if I said I did have my shower. The drink, I'm also very hungry. Like, I had chicken and rice for my tea, my evening meal, and I'm not meant to be eating meat, but I was just like, my head's banging, I need to do something, and I was going to make a baked potato, and I was just like, I need to eat pretty quickly. Also, I was talking to someone earlier, I'll talk about her tomorrow because I've mentioned her business so many times, but yeah, had that. And all I've had is a yogurt and a fruit tea cake today, and I'm quite hungry, but I've just found that I've got some soy milk in date, and I don't think it's open, which means I can have it. Because I've not had cereal for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I was like, I'm really hungry. And I found 2 soy milks actually. One was out of date, and this is in date, and it's not been open. I need to clean my fridge out as well. So before I do my food shop on Friday, maybe Thursday night, I'm going to clean my fridge because I'm going to be seeing how disgusting this is. So I think I'm going to have some cereal. And I opened this early and I'm going to finish it. It wasn't very fizzy. It's not meant to be super fizzy because I'm going to finish that off. It's not alcohol. But my fridge is pretty empty this week. I noticed that the other day when I filled it. It's not that great. But I've got everything that I want. I've got avocados, I've got vegetables. Actually, do you know the baking potatoes I got? They're only 67p. And then I discovered I already have one. But I've got all my vegetables. As I said, I'm not eating meat. But I want to quickly show you before I go what's in my freezer, because I really want to empty my freezer, because the stuff, do you know when you've got stuff and you, oh god, it's filthy. Do you know when you just have stuff and you need to get rid of it? The apple strudel's fine, I've only had that about a month. That's for porridges, which I've not been using. There's some bread rolls. I got a Viennetta and I didn't like it, so I'm going to give that to my dad. I didn't like that, but what are you meant to do with it? I think everything in is fine. I've got porridges. I've got my favourite rice. I've got vegetables in. But anything else, like there's like vegetarian stuff in here that's out of date. These are the only things that aren't out of date. These are my wedges and my corn mince. But I think the first one more is this one. So the peas, I had them the other day, they're fine. I've had these forever. I've got my lint bear from last Christmas. I don't really want just gone. There's bits of beef in here, which I've done deliberately, but things like that have been in there all the year. Burgers, I didn't even like those. I think I'm going to defrost them, cook them and give them to my dog. In fact, I want to take one out now and put it in the fridge. And my dog can have that tomorrow. I will cook it for her, cool it down and chop it up so it doesn't get wasted. But there's some meatballs if I wanted meatballs. There's vegetarian lasagna, so I want to clean all that out. And I do freeze my chocolate. So these are what I've been eating lately. I haven't even had one today. Some days I don't. They're basically Kinder Buenos, but they're just single bars, but they're a bit chunkier than Kinder Bueno single bars. And I do recommend them. I've got 2 bucks. Got some boxes on the go. Yes, I do. So I don't need to buy any this week. As you can tell, because I've only been picking one up a week, I've not been really eating them. I got these and the individual bars, but I didn't like them, so I'm going to give them to my dad. It's like is that a fab bar? Oh, it's a bit squashed. Look how squashed that is. This was the birthday edition last year. What's the date on it? But it's flat. It was nice, but I don't like the raspberry bit, so I can eat it up till the raspberry bit. But these need to clean out. I can't believe I've got 3 packets of these on the go. And then I've got Lego. And for the last few weekends, as a treat, I've been having Maltesers, but as you see, I didn't eat them. So I need to sort out my freezer as well and clean that. And then, I'm not doing this tonight, this is like surplus to what I need to do. This needs sorting out again because it's a tip. And I don't know what I've got. So, the house is looking better. I feel better for getting as much done as I have. I've not pushed myself, like if I wanted to sit down for 20 minutes, I've sat down. And I've been on a go slow, like I've not done that much, but it's amazing what only doing a little bit, how it looks already. So, as I said, I'm going to do my initial finishing it off, sorting it out. I do have a list here. I need to pick a few more bits up off the floor. And then, over the coming weeks, surprise that's, I made my own weed diffuser and it's not really smelling strong. And it's not even going down, so maybe I used the wrong stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna like slowly work my way through the house afterwards, but I just got quite a bit to do tomorrow to finish it off, but it's all little things like I've said. I'm gonna make that, and then I don't know what to do with the stand when I've like, I know this was like £150. Oh no, this was £80 and that was 150. But I want to get rid of my coffee table because I don't like it. It's a nightmare to keep clean. But I think I'm going to give it to my dad because he's got a little cheap IKEA side table that I had years ago and he stole off me. So when I eventually replace that with whatever I replace it with, I'm just going to take it upstairs and then get rid of his side table because he's got a black wooden TV stand that I bought him and that'll look much better. Keep that other little table, he can put stuff on, do you know where there's those boxes stacked up that I need to go through, and then he can put stuff on the little table as well. Oh, apparently I've actually got a glass table in the garage. It's a little tall square table, so maybe he could have that. Because ideally I need a new sofa, like it's a mess. I'm not going to put the camera on it, you've probably seen it. But I can't really afford one, and that's why I put up with it. Like, you know, I've seen ones on made.com that are like, that are not super expensive compared to what you can pay for sofas. Like, I've been looking at one like £500-600. Like, people pay 1,500, £2,000 for a sofa. But obviously, you know, I'm not working, and it is a struggle at times. I mean, because I've cut out meat in the week, that just enables me to be able to buy the bits and pieces that you see me treat myself to, like bits of makeup or bath bombs and stuff. That's because, you know, I might be saving £20 a week on meat. And the meat I had today was part of what my evening meal on Saturday, so it wasn't, you know, bought. And me not eating meat in the week is not so I can afford stuff. Like, if I want to eat meat, I'll eat it. I've just shown you in the freezer. I've got 1 or 2 lots of meatballs. I've got 1 lot of chopped up beef. I think there's some chicken in there. And there's my corn mince. Like, so I do have meat products. If I really wanted to make something with meat in, I can. But tomorrow I'm either going to do my something with chickpeas, or I'm going to have a baked potato, and I'm leaning towards the baked potato because that's what I was going to have today, and I was like, I can't be bothered. So that's where we're up to at nearly 3:30 in the morning. In fact, it is actually just after 3:30. For some reason I've got lots of energy. I've not had cereal in ages. Cereal was my favourite thing, but I was living on it at one point. this is when you discover, like, I have actually cleaned this out, but it needs another going through. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what I want. Oh god, I didn't like them. The Aldi's version of blueberry Wheaties. They're very tasteless, so I think I'm going to actually bin them straight away. Anyway, I'm going to go and I'll chat at some point soon. Bye everyone. 10 minutes later and I've got to show you all these empty cereal boxes. There's some inside of the boxes as well. So basically, I've also filled the bin. This bin was empty earlier. There's lots of cereal bars. These are all like a year, 6 months out of date. The cereals that were like 2 years out of date. To be honest, not like, it's a lot emptier. One of these is badly out of date as well. This is probably out of date. This is the one I've not checked. It's only last month, but I'm actually scared to try it because it's beetroot and ginger. I'm more scared of the ginger. But there is a couple of things in here that is out of date. Like all the little boxes of cereal are well out of date, but I've kind of run out of space. This is what I'm hoping to have. I'm hoping they're fresh because they're still open. They're out of date. But my dad's going to go a bit mental at me tomorrow when he comes down because look at all the empty boxes. He's going to be like, that's a waste. But to be fair, the old Brannies is. I did keep a box of the Marks and Spencer's bran flakes, but they really need binning. So I need to replace some of these. Like, they were like 2 years out of date. And I love shredded wheat, and there was literally packets of them, and I've had to just put them in the bin. So I'm just not going to allow myself as much as this. I think I'm going to get either some shredders or bite-sized shredders because I do love them. I want a box of Marks and Spencer's bran flakes next time I go, which is not going to be for a couple of weeks. And I want some blueberry Wheaties, not the Aldi version. And I'm going to work my way through the cupboard. I'm going to go back onto having cereal in the morning, or at least a couple of times a week. I do have lots of porridges, I have ready breaks. So I want to start doing that. I have a box of the shreddies, the apple and cinnamon ones that are not open. And I've got my favourite shreddies, so I'm going to have them. Anyway, I just wanted to do a little update because stupid me just decided to empty the cupboard. But I'm probably going to find loads of stuff that needs binning because I know for a fact in here, at the bottom, at the back, I'm not going to really bend down. What is it at the top? No, it's at the bottom. There's baking stuff. I've not baked in years, so that needs sorting out. This is basically all the stuff I've been putting in lately. Beans, kidney beans, there'll be some butter beans in there somewhere, there's chickpeas, there's passata, chopped tomatoes, noodles. That's basically what I'm living on at the moment. Anyway, it's like 4:45, I need to have something to eat because I'm hungry. Hi, it is now Tuesday, 5 o'clock, and I shouldn't be here. I was meant to go out at 4:30. But I was still upstairs getting ready. I came downstairs about 10 to, and I've just eaten breakfast and had a coffee. I'm not feeling amazing. I feel like I've gone backwards, which is not good, but it might be because I've not eaten or drank all day yet, like, because I've not been up. I didn't get up until, well, I didn't get out of bed till 20 to 4. Got no earrings in. So, and at first I thought I'll come downstairs, have something to eat, go up. And then I thought, no, I'll have my shower, then come downstairs and then have breakfast and then go back up. And then after my shower, I thought I'll just do my makeup, come down and then go back up and do my hair and get dressed. And I ended up doing it all because I just didn't see the point in coming down, even though I was super hungry and stuff. So I've got nothing done today so far. I uploaded part 2 of vlog 8, weekly 8, last night. I need to edit part 3. I'm not going to get a chance to do that today. It's going to be tomorrow and upload it Wednesday night going into Thursday and then schedule it. I'm going to try and schedule parts 1 and 2 tonight just because I know I'm going to forget. I did want to get a Tuesday video up. I've not filmed one, but I'm going to film one. If I don't get it up, I don't get it up, but I'm going to film it. I mean, what I ideally want to film is definitely out the question, My second option is going to be a difficult one to film. And my third option, I don't know. But if I don't get anything filmed, it's not the end of the world. I got one up on Sunday. It's just we've been ill and oh god. We've been ill and everything, and like giving myself like a strict thing to finish the house. You know, finishing the house is my priority. And I'm going to try not to film loads of clips where you can't see me talk, like, and I'm talking, because I filmed a lot of that yesterday, and it's probably going to be really boring for you to watch, and I'm sorry if you had to sit through it. But I just didn't want to be on camera. I just didn't feel up to it. And like after I had my shower and stuff, I just tied my hair back, and it was, you know, I don't like being on camera with my hair back, and I had no makeup on. I just, you know, like I'm happy to come on camera without makeup on. It's just like my hair was just wet and tied back, and I didn't like it. So I'm actually going to go to the shop. I was meant to go yesterday, but I can't remember what I was going to go for. But even though I know I'm going to go out tomorrow, I just want to go out. There was something I wanted from the shop. It can't be massively important, because if it was something I'd run out of, I'd remember, wouldn't I? So I'm just going to go just to get out. I'm not thrilled about leaving the house, and I'm not thrilled I'm going to have to go out tomorrow. I don't have any plans or anything tomorrow. I just need to pop out for a little while. Not going anywhere, just need to go out because there's someone coming round to the house. And I don't need to be here for that, and I don't want to be here for that. So it's nothing to do with me, it's to do with my dad. So I'm just going to go out for an hour. But they're coming at 1, so I'm going to go out at like 20 to 1 or something like that, which is early for me. I've got to get up about 10 o'clock tomorrow because it's her washing day as well. So if I fall asleep at 6 in the morning like I did today, I can survive on 4 hours sleep, but I'm not very well. I'm not as ill as I was, but I do feel like I've gone backwards a little bit. So, and I know it's a rubbish angle because I'm leaning down because I'm tired. So I'm going to go to shop. I don't know what I'm getting. I think maybe I should get some bread. But we've got bread. But we've had that bread for 2 weeks on Friday. But it's still, like, it's not gone off. Whole meal. I feel like there's something that I want. So I am going to get in traffic now. But I don't mind traffic. It is hard to get onto the main road at this time, but it's fine. When I come back, straight away I'm going to start doing stuff. I want to finish my DIY project today, and it's quite a feat if I get it done. When it's done, you'll understand what I mean by that, and how, like, I'm not looking forward to it. It's on the difficult bit. The first part was so easy, but it's just this bit. When I've done it, hopefully I'll finish it today, and then I can show it you tomorrow, and then you'll be like, yeah, I feel sorry for you for having to do that. But yeah, when I come back, I'm going to do a little bit of that and break it up and do other bits as well. Because like I said, I said what I needed to do today. Obviously, I've ended up in bed for hours, and then it took me over an hour to get out of bed when my alarm went off. I initially did wake up this morning, and I was like, oh, and I was awake for an hour. And then I set my alarm for an hour and 45 later, when really I should have just got up and kind of put up with being tired. Not because I feel ill, I just wanted more sleep. But when my alarm went off, I should have just got up then. And now it's like going up for 5:15, and I'm just... So yeah, I'll start my DIY project, and then I'll go off and maybe vac the house, and then go back and do a bit more, and I might film a video. To be honest, it's looking like the video won't go up. I will be I'll be able to film tomorrow afternoon, and I'll be able to do, hopefully, the video that I want to do where you can see me on camera, and hopefully I can do 1 or 2 others, because there's one I definitely want to do, and I need lighting for it, like natural daylight. So when I come back, that would be the first one I filmed, and then the one where you can see me. And then if it's physically possible, and I don't want to say what it is, but it's going to be a really awkward one to film. And if I can, I'm going to do that one. And yeah. Edit part 3 of it, week 8, and upload that to make room on my phone, because my phone's just full. I think it's because I'm filming it with music. Yeah, so I'm struggling to leave the house. I think that's why I keep talking, because it's putting it off. And I'm getting all snotty. I keep sneezing. My nose is really irritating, do you know when you can feel it and you know it's like, it wants to sneeze, like, that's what's going on, and I don't know why. So maybe the fresh air will help clear my sinuses. I've only had a coffee today, which I've just had. I need a cold drink, so I'm going to get a cold drink when I go to the shop. I've just put a bottle of Diet Coke in the fridge like half an hour ago, a big one, because I need that for energy, like, because I have a lot to do. It's little bits, but there's a lot. But when it's done, and then I can start over the coming months working on like getting rid of more rubbish, emptying those 2 big boxes in my dad's living room. I'm pretty sure they're mine. And if it's stuff I've not missed, then obviously I don't need it. That's actually where I found my electric blanket plug. When I put my electric blanket on and I couldn't find the plug, it was in that box. Yeah, once I've accomplished today, I can then hopefully start sorting through the rest of the house and just getting rid of stuff I don't need, because I have too much stuff and I don't use it. If I don't remember it and I don't use it, I don't need it. I've got too many clothes, but it's not clothes like stuff I want to wear. It's like stuff that I've kept just to keep, just because I can't afford to replace it or get anything else. So I want to, because I can't fit all my stuff in my drawers, like, you know, my loungewear, my casual stuff around the house. I want to clear either a bit of clothes out, or, like I said last night, like the drawers by my bed. There's 2 drawers full of rubbish. Like, really, I need to sort it so it all fits in the top drawer, and then I've got 2 drawers spare that I can maybe put pyjama stuff in. Yeah, one step at a time. I need to get through today. I need to finish my DIY project and just do all those little bits that I said I need to do. I need to stop being all snotty and feeling crappy. Yeah, and these vlogs are boring, I know. I have to edit them, I know. Filmed a lot yesterday, more than I wanted. It's probably going to end up with 3 vlogs again, I think. It's better than 4, but just need to go. It's hard when you've got anxiety. Do you know what? I don't even feel anxious. I feel less anxious now that I've got my new camera up. It's really weird. Obviously there's stuff I don't talk about on here, but stuff has happened at my house quite recently, and my doctor was getting concerned, and she wanted me to be put in a safe house or whatever they're called, and I refused, because I always refuse every kind of help I get offered. Well, I don't. That's not true. I just don't know how to ask for help or tell people there's something wrong, but I'm getting better at it. And she was like, how would you feel about going in a safe house? And I'm like, and when I told her, like, because I'm not going to repeat what I said to her, she didn't quite get my reasoning, but she wouldn't, because she's never had to be in a safe house. She's living a lovely life in a lovely house with a new boyfriend or whatever, and she didn't have to worry about money or whatever. She just hears and sees bad things because it happens to other people. I'm not putting her down. I'm just saying, like, nothing really bad's ever happened to her. I mean, obviously I do know things about her, but I'm not going to come on here and say whatever, but you know. You know, she's clearly had a good upbringing. Her parents probably had money. She's definitely middle class. And yeah. And she doesn't understand things. She tries. I didn't say oh God because of her. I've just discovered this tag thing that's meant to be inside is tangled up in my thing, so it's hanging out. Anyway, yeah. She doesn't get it from my point of view. Like when I said to her, like we had a conversation, it was actually the day she went mental at me. We did have a bit of a conversation towards the end, and it was about the police, and I had two decisions. She's like, you got this decision or this decision to make, and I said I don't know which one I want to do, because on one hand this and on the other hand this, and I feel passionately for both decisions, and I'm not happy if I had to make the other decision, but I wouldn't be happy with the other decision either. And I said, what would you do? And she said, well, basically I don't know how to answer that because this has never happened to me. I can't put myself in your shoes in this situation. But I know what she would do. Because she's feisty, she would do the option that I want to do, but I don't think I'm going to do, because I don't think it's the right thing for me to do right now. Even though I'm not happy about the other decision that I have to basically maybe have to do, she doesn't have a clue what it's like with the police. Like, you know, obviously she's never been involved with the police just from a doctor's point of view, but she's not had to deal with the situation I've had to deal with. She's knows stuff about what's happened, because obviously what they've done to me, especially Melissa Chadwick, has affected me so much. I'm going to have counselling about what she alone did, but she doesn't get it fully. Anyway, I'm feeling so super snotty. I hate feeling like this. I hate that I've got tons and tons of stuff to do. I hate that I've got to leave the house. Oh, it's brighter in here. But I'm going to have to leave the house because I got ready to go out. I can't just say, well, you know, just put my makeup on for the fun of it. So, because I wouldn't have put makeup on and I would have filmed a video instead. So there's no Tuesday video going up, which you would know already because it was last week. I'm not a machine. I am sick. I am down. I'm not anxious. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's weird not to be anxious. I know I'm nervous about going out, but it's different. Like if you've ever had proper anxiety and you know what nervousness feels like, it's just nerves, because I don't like going out. Maybe I feel a bit anxious about going out because I don't go out. It's like, because I used to go out every day, didn't I? And I said to someone last week, I don't go out anymore. And they're like, we're going to have to sort that out. You can probably guess who said that. But I know when I started to get like this again, and I feel like I know what caused it, and it shouldn't have caused it, but it did. Anyway, I've been filming for too long again. You know me, I'll probably film outside the shop either when I get there or when I get out. I'm really snotty. I've had painkillers. They should be starting to kick in. Oh, I'm definitely a floating head. You're leaning on the... What are you leaning on? Eggs. This is the Audi one. I've still got my innocent one here. I've not even opened it. Green juices are meant to be good for you. Shut. This has got the 25th of March on it, so it's obviously got loads of what are they called? What are they called when it keeps it? Oh, it actually doesn't. Do you know when they put that stuff in it to keep it lasting longer? Artificial, whatever. It doesn't have any in. It's probably because it's fruit juice. This is about £3. I think it's like £2.79, which isn't too bad for a green juice this size. But the ingredients are apple juice, pear juice, broccoli puree, banana puree, spinach juice, lemon juice, kiwi fruit puree, kale puree, cucumber juice, antioxidant, not ascorbic acid, and that's it. Tells you to consume it within 2 days of opening it, but I think I'm on day 3, so I will finish it today. But to drink that in 2 days, it's like this. How many servings are in it? I think there's 3 servings, so really it should be 3 days. And if you want to know what I can taste the banana a little bit. I could taste the kale a little bit, and maybe a bit of kiwi. That's basically what I can. And it smells of broccoli. Has it got broccoli in it? Right. Hopefully my painkillers will kick in very soon. Took them about 40 minutes ago, and it normally takes around that time. You never normally get this view, do you? Oh God. I nearly brought some cheese out the fridge with me then. I've needed a toilet since before I came downstairs, but I'm going to wait till I come home. Wouldn't have been able to do that a few months ago. There's a story behind that. Anyway, I need to stop procrastinating and pissing around, because the shop's going to be busier now because people are going from work. And I'm literally stood at my front door. Need to put my coat on.